This morning, I joined my Defenders of Wildlife colleagues outside the Department of Interior headquarters here in Washington, D.C. to protest illegal action by the God Squad and to demonstrate our support for vulnerable wildlife in the Gulf of Mexico. Let me explain why we needed to show up in this way. On March 13th, Interior Secretary Burgum called for a meeting of the Endangered Species Committee, also known as the God Squad, to grant an Endangered Species Act exemption for all oil and gas activities the Interior Department authorizes in the Gulf of Mexico, because Defense Secretary Hegseth decided an exemption was necessary for national security reasons. Today, in a farcical piece of political theater consisting of high-level officials reading scripted remarks and engaging in zero deliberation, the God Squad convened and voted to condemn species to extinction in the name of a fictitious national security emergency. Yet the truth is that there is no emergency, and there is no evidence that the Endangered Species Act has or will slow the extraction of oil and gas from the Gulf. I cannot stress enough how unprecedented and unlawful this action is. This is an existential threat to the Endangered Species Act. No administration, Republican or Democratic, has ever tried to write itself a blank check to ignore Endangered Species Act requirements. Already imperiled by the effects of decades of poorly regulated fossil fuel extraction and from chronic oil spills and leaks, including from the catastrophic 2010 Deepwater Horizon blowout, Gulf animals have now had their Endangered Species Act protections ripped away. By granting this sweeping exemption, the God Squad is placing dozens of imperiled species, including the critically endangered Rice's whale, sea turtles, and the beloved Florida manatee, directly in harm's way. This is a dangerous precedent for other species standing in the crosshairs of extractive industries, including marine mammals such as Cook Inlet belugas in Alaska and sea otters that live off the coast of California. And there's no reason to assume that the administration won't soon seek exemptions for the extraction of oil, gas, and minerals on federal public lands. Invoking national security cannot justify pushing the Rice's whale or any of our nation's irreplaceable wildlife species into the abyss of extinction. If this administration were truly concerned about national security, it would focus on what will protect our quality of life and a secure future for all Americans. That includes healthy lands and waters that support people and the wildlife we love and rely upon. This administration cannot recklessly play God with our shared American heritage at Secretary Hegseth's arbitrary say-so. We will continue to fight this injustice every step of the way. Join us, add your voice, and help ensure that America's wildlife and the laws that protect them are not destroyed by this administration.